Commanders. Today is Thursday, November 9th, 2017. I'm Shelby.
And I'm Sophie.
And this is your morning news. Don't forget to bring your food in for the food drive. We really need your help. The junior class is selling the world's finest chocolate for only at $1 a bar. See a prom committee member to get yours today.
Any junior or senior who is interested in taking the ASVAB needs to sign up in the guidance department. The ASVAB is scheduled for Thursday, November 16th, 2017 at 9 a.m. The deadline to register is Wednesday, November 15th, 2017.
FBLA students, please turn in your competition papers to Mrs. Wilson as soon as possible.
Herb Jones will be here today during A and B lunches for cap and gown orders. Please bring your form and your deposit with you at this time. Now please stay tuned for a special Veterans Day video.
So it has changed. So when I started out as a lieutenant a long time ago, Veterans Day was just a day off from school or a day off from work to kind of goof off. I didn't really realize the significance of it, but now that I've kind of been doing this business for a little while, you know, it's kind of an opportunity to reflect a little bit about some of the comrades I've gone to war with that maybe have gotten hurt or haven't come home. And just kind of be thankful that, you know, I'm part of a tradition of, I guess, other soldiers and officers that went forward and did something important to kind of defend the way of life we have.
So I've served in the Army for 18 years active duty. I joined up when I was 18 years old in 1997. And it's interesting because there's 320 million people in America today. There's 320 million American citizens, and currently there's only 1.3 million American citizens serving on active duty in the United States military. That's all four branches: Army, Air Force, Marines, and Navy, which is less than 0.5%. So less than 0.5% of everyone living in America is serving in the military. It's such a small, it's an infinitesimally small percentage, and it's just doing, you know, having a day set aside in the year where we honor the 0.5 or 0.4% of the Americans who are willing to make that stand and take on that sacrifice, because it is a sacrifice, even for those who haven't gone to war specifically. I myself have deployed 4 times, 3 times to Afghanistan and once to Iraq. But even for the folks who haven't deployed, it's still a sacrifice. You're still spending your nights and your weekends in the field away from your family. You're moving every 2 to 3 years to a completely different place, and in some cases to a completely different country. So it's just acknowledging, as a country, the sacrifice of those who've served and who continue to serve.
So to me, Veterans Day is something it's very humble to be a part of, because we're able to say that we're able to be in service currently, and it's like we're proud to be serving our country.
So Veterans Day is special, you know. So a little bit different than Memorial Day, where we are remembering our fallen. So we are also remembering our fallen on Veterans Day, but more so those that are currently serving as well, as we continue to fight the good fight.
To be a veteran, what it means to me is having the privilege to serve our country and to protect it so that future generations can continue that American dream and our country can continue to prosper.
I think it has changed a lot over time. Ironically, Veterans Day is actually my birthday. So I never really, when I was younger, really paid attention to what that day actually meant to me. It was just my birthday. But now, being experienced in combat, having served over 13 years now, the importance of Veterans Day itself has kind of overtaken the importance of it actually being my birthday. And being a vet, I've never really made that day about things that I've done personally. I've taken that day to kind of celebrate and appreciate the veterans that have come before me. You know, the World War II vets, the Vietnam War vets, Korean War vets, because I feel it is because of their sacrifice and things that they've done that I now have the opportunity to do the things that I do and enjoy this life.
I think there are already currently a lot of like veteran associations that are out there that support vets. I think the problem with those associations is that they don't have enough funding a lot of times, because those associations typically rely on public funding. And without those donations and people trying to support us, it's hard to have them, be in the community and bring the veterans out and assist.
I read a statistic recently, like less than 2% of the population actually has kinfolk that actually served. There was a time where everybody's uncle, grandfather, or grandmother had served in the military. That number is less than 2% right now. So the chances are that there are some civilians that don't have a family member that have served, and that is staggering. So, and the best way that they can support the community is, just say thank you for your service. And what I would like to identify is not those individuals that are wearing the uniform. It's that older individual wearing that Vietnam veteran's hat. They don't have to be wearing this uniform to be a veteran. So just keep an eye out, and all you got to do is thank you for your service.
How we can help them, but anything that has to do with the VA is still extraordinarily slow. Everything is a bureaucratic nightmare, but there are so many organizations out there that are doing so many good things for the veterans. And a lot of times a veteran walking down the street doesn't really want to hear thank you for your service, because those are just words, right? But a simple volunteering at one of these veteran centers, or looking into organizations that help these veterans coming back who don't have a home, so just a couple of statistics for you to look into. Suicide rates among returning veterans are twice as high as the national average. Homelessness rates among returning veterans are twice as high as the national average. There's a problem, and a lot of times it's a mental health issue. It's a mental health problem, and supporting those with time or financial resources or whatever you have would be a tremendous step forward in helping these veterans get back up on their feet, receive the treatment they deserve to have, and frankly that they are owed by the society that they supported, and then become contributing members of society themselves.
Directly to answer your question would be, get to know a veteran. Ask them why they decided to be in the Army, the Air Force, the Navy, the Marines. And ask them this question, which is what I ask my cadets at the beginning of when they start here and at the end. Why did you first get into the military, and then why did you stay? Because those are different things too. A lot of these, veterans, they got into the military for a bunch of different reasons. Some of them was to get through college, some of it was because their buddy signed up, some of it was because their parents were involved. But later on, when you ask them again, well, why did you stay? It was, hey, I was doing something important, and I'm doing it for my buddy on the right and left over here, and show. But I would argue that that's not so very different from why Americans love this country. It's because, hey, it's full of other Americans, So, unfortunately, the way we serve in this country changed around the Vietnam War. Back then it was a draft, so everybody had to serve, so everybody knew a veteran, was related to somebody. Now, veterans are, those people on TV, you know what I'm saying? So going back to your original question, hey, go meet one. Talk to them, ask them why they're doing what they're doing.
You packed your bags and shut the door. You crossed the sea to fight a war. You didn't know just what would happen to you. Stepped in the dirt, boots on the ground, and gunfire was the only sound. And to yourself you whispered hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Every day and every night, you walk the walk, you fight the fight. You never saw the end in sight, now did ya? The tears are washing our hairs off red, the blood, the mud, too many dead. Your weary soul was crying, hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Too late to help you hear a shot. You know you're in a deadly spot. You never thought the day would come, now did ya? Your brother falls down to the ground. The enemy is all around, and from your lips you scream a hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. You fought the fight till it was done. You have the strength to carry on. You thought it'd be much better back home, did ya? You try each day, keep pushing through, but the battle lives inside of you. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That's all the news staff for you today, Panthers. Have a great long weekend, and don't forget to thank a veteran for their service. I'm Sophie.
I'm Shelby.
Bye, guys.